Okay, there it is. There's the stream. All right. Now, if only I can figure out how to get this darn thing started. Now, how are we gonna get this damn party started up in here? Is there some sort of button that I can press or something like that? Let's have a look here. Settings. There's some kind of go button here. Press go. Maybe I can contact Google. They might understand how to get this darn thing on the road. I'm just stuck on the starting screen. I gotta call somebody up and fix this damn thing. How did they get that picture of me standing there in the background? I don't remember taking that picture. Oh, Helm and Animator Bean are in the chat. They're waiting. They're waiting for the show to be on the road. If I could find the damn road, that is. Song rocks. The song's so good. Well, listen to him go. Listen to that keyboard guy go. He's rocking. He's rocking the house. What a song. What a song. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you can hear me out there, I think it's time to press go. Because I found it in the settings. The song's nearly over. Okay, let's just get this thing on the road. Okay, hello. Welcome one and all to the first ever official episode of Family Guy News Network. #1 show in the world, #1 news network telling you all the best updates and the latest funny moments that are happening in the world of Family Guy. I'm your newsman, Mr. The Small Dude, but you can call me The. And today, we are going to be talking about Peter Griffin and his illicit affairs. Peter Griffin and his dark, twisted inability to commit. Okay, so we got people coming in the live chat now. Hold on, they're saying Peter to the Griffin. Okay, so people are still on Peter's side. You know, he still has the will of the people in his hand, just like Putty. He peed on Ariana. Well, let's not get too ahead of ourselves here, because we're gonna tell you the full story here on FGNN. You know, we're not. This ain't no gossip column. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no cheesy broadsheet. This is the real stuff. All right. Now let's just chill out for a second with this cool, chill music. I don't want to get y'all excited, okay? Now, hey, look. Well, I don't know if you can see this, but there's all sorts of emoticons. See? Look, see? All sorts of emoticons appearing here. Somebody's ashamed. Somebody was ashamed. They did the shame emoticon. Only the true and accurate news here at FGNN. That's right, Animator Bean. That is absolutely correct. Now, what do we got here? I'm looking the wrong direction. The messages are over here. Peter has hit the second Griffin. That's a funny reference to 9 out of 11. I can't say the proper name here on the live stream, but have you ever heard of 9 out of 11? Well, that's what that's a reference to. That just happened. That's right, and it just dumped. That did just happen. But we're gonna tell you. We've got a news bulletin coming in from Tom Tucker. We've got Trisha Takanawa on the street at the Drunken Clown. We've got a live report. She's on her way there now. And what else have we got? We've got a slideshow. We got a cool slideshow. Lulzers says Dyslexic Popcorn Pepper. He's laughing for some reason. Lulzers, he says. Animator Bean, it's just the theme tune for the small dude. You don't have to go that hard. And then the small dude says, theme tune. You know what that guy's trying to say? Something about the small dude, something about theme tune. Hello, Mr. Omar Kasim. Mr. Classic Omar Kasim is in the chat here. It's a classic small dude. We've got another classic small dude, Devour Inc. 2. The second one, Devour Inc. was taken. Now he's devouring 2. We will know the truth soon. That's right, Devour. Josh Cropper says the small dude. Where's that gone? The small dude? I am a bigger Family Guy fan than you. What? Who the hell is this guy? Can I block this guy? There's no report. Unwanted commercial? No. Pornography? No way. No. Well, maybe. What happens if I click this? Nothing so far. Oh, yeah. No, this one. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so. Sorry about that, Josh Cropper, but I just had to, you can't be saying stuff like that on here. This is FGNN, #1 news source. That's false information. Loggy Wan D says, I think he was justified. Okay, well, that's a bit controversial, but we've got some nut jobs in the chat today, I guess. Here's a regular guy. It's called Evil W1ZR. He's a member of the Small Dude channel. And he says, what? Peter would never. I know. Now, see, this guy's a dedicated. He's even got a little photograph of Peter here. He's just gonna stand by Peter no matter what happens, and I respect that. You gotta do that for your friends. It was on FGN, it must be true. I mean, do your own research and everything, but for the most part, everything that's said on this live stream and on FGN is 100% true. Well, we've never told a lie so far. This is the first official episode. Never told a lie. Free Peter Griffin, that's it. Hashtag, we're gonna be talking about hashtag save Peter Griffin towards the end. Hashtag Peter did not do that. Hashtag not my Peter Griff. Wow. Now, you really have no idea the scale, the breadth, and the length to which this news organization has expanded seemingly overnight. It's like we got a Christmas present and the quality is transformed tenfold. We've got 3 reporters who are going to be giving you the news, and we've got some clips from the Family Guy News Network YouTube channel. It's really going off today, okay? So, Quahog is destroy Oppenheimer. That's true, Omar Kasim. We actually had Robert J. Oppenheimer in the live chat just the other day. I think you missed it, but he said some real interesting stuff. Science, 2 + 2 is 4. Is science related to mathematics? Can't remember, but he said something about maths or science. Is this real? Says Dyslexic Popcorn Pepper. This is the only real news source in the world. Now, it sounded like I was going to say this is the real only Nord source, but I wasn't. That makes no sense. It's the news source. Josh Cropper, sorry. Okay, well, Josh Cropper, this is a big man right here, Josh Cropper, who can admit his mistakes. Maybe Josh Cropper's a bigger man than all of us. Is there some sort of... Okay, you know what? Instead of reporting you or removing your comment, which I probably should have done instead, I'm gonna pin your message to the channel. Okay? So now we should be even Stevens. We're back on the good lists again. On Santa's good list. Santa will not be making an appearance today, by the way. Do not get your hopes up. Are we awaiting the Small Dude Jolly Christmas special? I guess this is the Christmas special because it's Christmas. And every day in life is special because we're so lucky to exist. Can you imagine the improbability of us existing right now, being able to witness this moment where I tell you the truth about Peter Griffin and Ariana Grande. It's not quite as simple as you think. Every day is a great day to be alive. I want to say thank God. Thank Peter. Thank Peter. I mean, God's okay, but thank Peter that we're all here together, living. L. Peter says Ovarb. That's a crazy name. L. Peter. No, it's just Peter G is what you're thinking of. Not L. Peter, not Peter L. Oh, Lois Peter. Oh, okay, he's trying to say Lois Peter. Yeah, no, I agree. My mic's coming in a little bit hot there. Did you hear that? My mic's coming in hot because we got some hot news. But I could be hurting the ears of the small dudes. I don't want to be hurting the small dude's ears. Okay, I think I fixed it. Now, I assume you can all hear me well and good. Every time I ask if people can hear me, they just joke and they say, small dude, we're all in your head. We're in your head. We don't exist, etc., etc. Not listening. I'm not listening. You listen to me. That's the deal here. Okay, now, Devour Inc. I'm here too, actually. Devour Inc. 1. Oh, okay, Devour Inc. 1 and the sequel are in the building. That's amazing. We've essentially got everybody in the chat. Then we've got Exandria 1, or Exandria Original username. Pepsi Cat Original username. No sequels going on here. Peter Griffin, free Peter Griffin, all these hashtags. This is excellent, okay? Now, I've got some bad news at the end of the stream, which is really gonna need a hashtag. We're really gonna have to get a hashtag going there for, like, there are certain circumstances in this world which are so dire that they require a hashtag. Now, I'm not trying to be rhyming. I rhymed there. Don't let that distract you from what I just said. Do you remember what I said? You've probably forgotten already. Kriak, I reported you 9 times. No, I don't want to start some sort of mass reporting genocide here. Josh said he was sorry for his crimes, and that's fine, okay? So, like, we can all move on. We don't need to be reporting each other here to the police. The small dude, if you like Peter Griffin, take your head off and say Peter Griffage. Peter Griffage. There we go, took my head off. Okay, now, damn, that was uncalled for, says Varro. He must be talking about something unrelated. Okay, lay on with the $20 here. Oh my God, it's all happening. Hold on, we need some extreme music for this. Get ready for extreme music. Thank you, Leon, for your generous donation. #1 Family Guy fan in the house right here. Now we're gonna have to celebrate twice because that will be coming on screen and scaring me with a loud sound, which I don't know how to turn the volume down on. Leon, we're gonna have to heart your comment there. Oh, and now it's made it dark. I've hearted the comment. I love that comment. I love that comment. Dr. Zeus, there it is.
Family Guy.
Yes!
Doctor's eyes.
Yes! The Australian man has spoken, Dr. Zayas. Money makes me go crazy. All right, okay, ladies and gentlemen. That's a pretty significant sign that we need to get hitting the road here. Hit the road, Jack, with some Family Guy News Network. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be reading your comments here. Now, see all the comments? Did Joe Biden get Peter Griffin out again? If we gotta break him out. A lot of politics going on, a lot of hashtags, but it's time to get into the news.
Family Guy. Our top story. Family Guy.
Welcome, one and all, to Family Guy News Network. It is my honor to bring you the truth and nothing but the truth today. There's the information that's on screen there. Family Guy News Network. People are speaking now. It's essential that you read what people are saying in the chat here because it'll inform you not just about my opinion, because we all know that I love Family Guy, but this will also inform you of alternate opinions, and that's very important when it comes to Family Guy news, okay? You can't just read the first thing that you see and think that it's 100% true, because you have to read a different thing that's the direct opposite, and then you don't know what's true. So then, ultimately, you're saying, what the hell is real in this world? You know, I have no idea. That's the point. You know, that's the point of it all. Okay, hello, what is this about genocide? Oh, Punisher fan! Welcome to the chat there, Mr. Punisher fan. What were we talking about genocide? I can't remember. Something about Robert J. Oppenheimer, I think. But I'm glad you're here, Punisher fan, to witness this moment. This case in point, another famous small dude says, I was playing Doom Family Guy Edition until it's time for me to watch the stream. Okay, well, I'm not gonna waste your time here, ladies and gentlemen, with, just things that aren't essential news. I am gonna waste your time with things that are essential, such as Peter Griffin cheated on Ariana Grande. Now, all the people here in the comment section in the group chat that I have going on, they're gonna be well aware here that all around the internet this week, there's been a rumor circulating that Mr. Peter G has been unfaithful to his very sexy, very famous girlfriend, Ariana Grande, from Fortnite. Okay? The Vapor Snake says this reminds him of the time at the Clam. Well, don't talk to me about the time at the Clam. We've got Trisha Takanawa coming up with a report about exactly what happened at the Drunken Clam. You know, these people, they're deep into their lore here. They understand the ins and outs. I gotta keep this I gotta appeal to the lowest common denominator with this news show, just so that even the retarded people understand. You know, I can't be skipping too far ahead talking about what happened in the Drunken Clam just yet. The small dude, would you ever vote for Meg or P? Would I vote for Meg? No. For United States, obviously I'd vote for Peter. And failing that, probably Donald Trump. And I do believe that Donald Trump said if Peter's running, then he's dropping out. So, you know, obviously voting for Peter there. I think he's going for the Republican Party this time, but we'll see. We'll see. He likes to flip-flop. And yes, Varro's looking for the reliable news. Here it is. Dabrowskigo. I got a duck because there's an incoming message from Dabrowskigo. Breaking news, Tom Tucker and Peter Griffin are dating. Well, now, that's completely unverified. I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna love that comment because I do love it because it's about Family Guy and it's hilarious, but it is totally and utterly wrong. Marky says this is propaganda. No, every single other thing that you see on the internet is propaganda. This is real. This is real, Marky. Now, I'm sorry, but, I'm trying not to get too riled up. This ain't Fox News here. I'm not trying to make you mad. I'm trying to make you laugh and cry. Specifically cry, maybe. We'll see how it goes. But there's one guy saying he's a bigger Family Guy fan than me, which is laughable. I'm quite a risible person, so I find that laughable. Risible means you're easy to make laugh. I'm pretty risible. I've got riz. So, I laughed, even though the guy told a lie. He said, I'm a bigger Family Guy fan than you. Then he said sorry, okay, after I reported him for terrorism. Thank you, Dabrowski.
Tom Tucker and Peter Griffin are dating.
Now you've made the Australian man tell a lie, but hey, listen. It's not my business what the Australian man says. It's my business to entertain the folks. Thank you, Leon, and it's Dabrowskigo. I got your names on screen now. Okay, because we got a big budget presentation here. And now this guy said the lie, this is propaganda. Why is everyone trying to rattle my cage? Why is everyone trying to rattle my cage? Despite all my rage. Tragic cheating accident. Whoa, what the hell is this? I don't know what's true or not in the world anymore. Why would this happen? Why would Peter do this? Now, Punisher fan, I know you know all the stats and statistics. I know you're a smart guy. So I'm gonna break this down real simple. You're gonna understand it in 0.2 seconds, okay? So, as we can see here, Peter Griffin joined Chinese Fortnite last week, and we talked about that. I gave you my opinion. My opinion was that I was confused. I don't understand why he would join Chinese Fortnite because I thought he was very anti-China. I thought that was explicitly explicit in his character. I thought it was one of his defining characteristics. There he is shooting a gun, looking pretty awesome, to be honest. So he joined Chinese Fortnite, and Ariana Grande is a character in Chinese Fortnite, okay? Now, if you're not familiar with who she is, she's a gun-totaling, run-and-gun, Wild West type character, Ariana Grande. She walks around with an old-timey pistol that the British people used to use in the 1800s. And she is British, and she says, "Oi, mate, I'm from Manchester." And she kills people with B-O-M-B. I can't say it on the live stream because it's illegal on YouTube, but she kills people with B-O-M-Bs. Weapons of destruction. Weapons of regular destruction. Hey, the small dude, sorry for the bad statement, but I gotta go until we meet again. Okay, well, you know, I'll get over it, but let's try and temper the bad statements, okay? Okay, so the rumor going around is that Peter was unfaithful to his cute, sexy girlfriend, but I tell you that it's not quite that simple, because we've got a lot of contradictory information, okay? So all of the major news channels, CNN, Fox News, Lad Bible, Fortnite News Updates, all of these websites are trying to say that they got together in Fortnite and they were having a great time. This is the propaganda. They were getting together in Fortnite. This is to boost Fortnite sales, you see. But the real news on Family Guy News Network is that actually, I don't think they were ever together in the first place. I think this was a huge marketing stunt, possibly spearheaded by Peter himself because he is a very smart, business-savvy man. They're not together. They were never together. But then there's other news reports that are saying that it was just a fling, okay? Just a fling. Now, Peter's not the type of guy to go from port to port, sticking his seed in the maidens of the lands that he visits. He's not the type, naturally. He's a one-woman man. But ever since his wife died, it's true that he's been trying to find an appropriate mate. Some people don't even know if she actually died. Some people don't know that Lois died. Some people are confused because sometimes she comes back alive again for funny moments on Family Guy. That's neither here nor there. Punisher fan says, "I am too risible." Hey, there's no such thing as being too risible, my friend. You cannot be too risible. You're simply risible or you ain't. "I'm actually crying," says dyslexic Popcorn Pepper. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Is it because you're dyslexic, or because you got pepper in your eye, or because you hate popcorn? I can't understand which one it is. Bro, what the heck? Says Red MS. He must be reacting to the news here, over there. Mr. Small, I'm playing as Peter in Fortnite. I'm sorry. Now I don't want to be saying that people shouldn't play as Peter in Fortnite. You know, when Peter joined Fortnite, I was confused. But let's just accept reality here. He's in Fortnite now. He's made his bed, and he's lying in it with Ariana G. Peter G, Ariana G, coincidence? The G, GGG. He's in there now, okay? So we gotta accept it. We gotta play as Peter, actually, to make it worth his while. There's no point in being in Fortnite and we're not playing it. Well, then what's gonna happen? He's gonna go bankrupt. Fortnite, this guy says. Real game, and he says Fortnite. An evil wizard, or W1ZR says, never, question mark. Okay, well, let's just have a look here now. Let's just have a look. How do I have a look at this again? Okay, so, this is the Family Guy News Network official YouTube Clips channel. Now, it's not too popular at the moment. It's only got 62 subscribers, but also they've only got 5 videos. So that means for every video, they're getting, what? 100 subscribers, basically? You do the math. So they've got these Family Guy updates here, and this is where I'm getting most of my information here, okay? Helm says he's subbed. He's subbed. Now, I'm not trying to drive you away from the Small Dudes channel. I think it's important that you support all Family Guy fans, all Family Guy news sources. But I'm just being transparent here and letting you know that this is where I got this information, okay? This is a verified source. Family Guy News Network. All right, so now I saw this very interesting video where, I mean, as soon as I saw this thumbnail, I was like, I have to click on this instantly. Seth MacFarlane is dating Ariana Grande. Now, how could that be possible? Does anyone know how that could be possible if Peter Griffin is dating Ariana Grande? I just hope Peter's okay now. And I just want him to be happy. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. We shouldn't be boycotting Fortnite. We shouldn't be spreading lies and rumors about his love life. We just want him to be happy. I totally agree. This is shocking. This will be on Fox News. It was on Fox News. Red MS. The thing about Family Guy News Network is we usually wait about a month until we break a story, just so that all the details are, you know, ready to go, verified. So, small dude, will this be on Fox News? Okay, yeah, I just answered that there. Punisher fan, while the mental gymnastics involved in setting up the relationship with Ariana Grande and the breakup thereafter is well within Pritium's abilities, it seems too evil for him. Was it actually his twin? Pewter Schmidt. Well, that's the thing, no. Peter's taking responsibility for it, okay? Peter has acknowledged that him and Ariana were having discussions about romantic relations. They were thinking about romantic relations, okay? But now the thing that shocked me was this video here, which just throws a whole spanner in the works entirely, okay? Let's have a look at this here. Let's see what this source had to say.
Ariana Grande threw a karaoke party at her house on Saturday, and Seth MacFarlane was one of the guests of honor. Together, they sang a medley of songs from Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, and the result was everything and then some.
Okay, she's enjoying this right now. Seth MacFarlane was at Ariana's house, and it was everything you can imagine? What the hell? That is sick. Does she work for FGNN? I need to get her name. If my people are watching this right now, can we get her name and send it to me in an email so I can do a background check on her? Why would she say that? Why would she say that?
Check it out, you guys.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, now I know why that silly woman was saying that this is everything you can imagine. I wasn't even thinking about it that way. That was impeccable. That was unbelievable. How is Todd MacFarlane gonna cuck Peter like that? No, you must be getting confused. I got sucked into this vortex many, many times, my friend. Todd MacFarlane is Seth MacFarlane's brother, okay? He makes video games. Different guy. Believe me. I've been in very, very many embarrassing situations where I wasn't understanding. I was like, Seth makes Spore, the video game? Seth MacFarlane makes a PS2 game? Doesn't this mean Ariana cheated on Peter? Well, okay, Marky, now I know you're very curious here. First of all, this guy's saying this is propaganda. Now this guy is like jumping the gun. Okay, let's just see how the story develops here, okay? And rightfully so, Evil Wizard says, that's disgusting. Hey, listen, I have to try and forget about the singing here for a second. Let's hear that one more time real quick. But, you know, I'm not gonna let Seth away with this just because of his beautiful singing. Oh, wow. Unbelievable.
Ariana and Seth have been fans of each other for quite some time now, like stretching back to 2011 when Ariana tweeted about how much she loved his voice after hearing him perform with an orchestra. And then in 2014, Seth returned the favor by having Ariana on Family Guy for a really...
Yes, I remember that. Yes, I remember it all now. Oh, it all makes so much sense, doesn't it? She was on Family Guy. I was thinking that was a Peter connection, you know? I wasn't thinking that was Seth. Seth invited her on. She's a fan of Seth. That is embarrassing, I have to say. Now, I'm guessing that Peter didn't know this when he got into that she likes Seth, or she's expressed interest. They must have met on Family Guy, Peter and Ariana. I didn't know that. That was actually surprising to me. I'm imagining spaghetti dinner, says Stupid Bluebird. Try and keep on topic here. Now try and focus on the facts here, Spaghetti. Oh, his name's Stupid Bluebird, not Spaghetti Bluebird. Damn, that's an amateur mistake of me there, reading that wrong. Perhaps as the extreme moral arbiter he is, Perugal Grifflom really did do it. As deserved punishment for Ariana's evil B-O-M-B. Do the math there, what does that mean? Spree, perhaps? Maybe he is further obfuscating truths to confuse us. Well, that is true that, like, Ariana does throw B-O-M-Bs around the place, so, that's not a very ethical thing to do. Now, I just need to remind the viewers at home that these comments do not necessarily represent my opinion. This is the comments of the world coming in live, okay? This is coming all over the globe, these comments. This is what the world is saying. Marky says, Brian man loves Ariana G. No, you're mistaken. This is Seth here now. Try and focus. Brian's not here. No Brian. How could Fox TV channels let Lois die? Oh, here, listen. I'm thinking about doing an hour-long video about that sometime. That's a whole different thing. I can't get into that now. Wait! They're brothers, says Punisher fan. It all makes sense now. He really did fake it just to set up sales to benefit his video game company's interest. His third eye is open. Well, here, let's just listen to the rest of this report. I don't want to be speculating on things that I can't officially say.
Guy for a really fun voice cameo. And karaoke is always fun, but if you're at a party with people who can actually sing and are trained professionals, it takes it to a whole other level.
Oh, really?
So what do you guys think of Ariana and Seth's duet?
I hate it!
Sound off in the comment section below.
Okay.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Family Guy.
Okay, all right. What are people saying in the comments section? Have people talked about this? Okay, well, Helm says Family Guy. I mean, interesting. Okay, yeah, I'll put a thumbs up. I like that. All right. Anyway, so that's what Family Guy News Network have to say about the situation. Okay, now time for a bit of Family Guy News Network.
Family Guy.
The small dude division. Okay, now people are confused. People aren't sure what to make of it, and I'm not here to tell you what to think. That's why we have a report coming in now. We're going live to the Drunken Clam, and Trisha Takanawa is going to tell you exactly what to think, as she's got more information, and this is why I'm holding off on giving my own opinion right now, because you need to hear what Trisha has to say on the subject, okay? She's going live now to Drunken Clam.
I am standing outside the building where Ariana Grande and Seth MacFarlane first laid beautiful eyes on each other. A very good moment, very nice. It was a rainy night on a Tuesday when Seth MacFarlane said, Hey, you small girl, I know you. And Ariana Grande said, yeah, hello. I know you are Seth MacFarlane from Family Guy, hello. Okay, so they drink 10 beer and say, oh, I'm so drunk. Yeah. But Seth MacFarlane says, oh, you are so beautiful. I love you. But you are girlfriend of my very, very good friend, Peter Griffin from Fortnite. But I love you. So beautiful. I want to touch your boobie. And he was talking very nice. Seth MacFarlane talked very nice. So Ariana Grande says, hey, why don't you come back to my place and touch my boobie? I want you to touch my boobie, Seth MacFarlane from Family Guy. Seth MacFarlane says, your boyfriend, Peter Griffin, I don't want this, no, but you're so sexy, I love you. I want to touch your breast. So Seth MacFarlane says, let me touch your boobie. And then guess what? Guess what happened next, Mr. Small?
What happened next? Please, you gotta tell me.
Okay, so what happened next is
Tell
that
me.
Chun-Li from Street Fighter
walked
into the room and she was so sexy. Oh yeah, so
it's pretty
sexy.
sexy. That's nice.
Yeah. And Ariana Grande said, Hey, Mr. McFarren, this is my good friend Chung-Li from Street Fighter game. I want you to touch her boobie and my boobie, same time, 2 boobie, 1 moment.
Wow.
Let's go. And then, guess what happened, Mr. Small? Guess what
I
happened?
don't know. What happened? What happened?
Okay, so Mr. Peter Griffin walked into the bar, and his best friend, Mr. McFarren, was touching the boobie of his girlfriend, Ariana Grande, and Chung-Li from Street Fighter game. And they were standing there like, oh my god, that's really crazy, okay? But guess what?
What? Come on.
Peter Griffin was like, oh, holy crap, what the hell? But guess what?
What? Just
he
tell me.
started saying, hey, guess what? Peter said, hey, guess what, Mr. McFarren?
Oh.
How about me, you, and those 2 girls go up to the upstairs, and we start having a 4-way kissing.
What?
So I kiss the 2 girl, you kiss 2 girl, we kiss each other. That is the story, Mr. Small. That is the story.
Okay, well, thank you, Trisha Takanawa, live from the Drunken Clams. Well, there you have it, folks. That's damning evidence. First-hand evidence from Trisha Takanawa. She was at the scene there. She saw it herself. And what people were saying about it, they were saying it's tragic. They were saying, no, oh my gosh, this is deep. She's an evil temptress who wants to break up the dynamic duo of Peter and Seth. That's a very, very good comment there from ironically called Stupid Bluebird. I think you're underselling yourself there. That's very deep insight, very good insight. What the heck? I don't believe this. People just don't believe it. And that's what I'm hearing in the inbox. People are sending me messages all the time. And they're literally just saying, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Over and over. They send me 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 45, 50, 55, 60 messages in a row. 65, 70 in a row. Saying, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Please tell me it's not true. Sometimes I get 75, 80, 85, 90, even up to 99 messages in a row until the limit runs out and you can't send any more. Loggy1 D says, I already know this. Well, listen, as I said before, Loggy1 D, I have to appeal to the lowest common denominator. I'm trying to get this message out to people who don't even know what a Family Guy is. And I know, Loggy1, before you even comment saying who the hell doesn't know what Family Guy is, there's people in places such as Papua New Guinea, look it up, real country, they've no idea what it is, but they're watching me. That's why I need to tell people, you might know, but not everybody knows, okay? Evil W1Z Hard says, 2 boob at once, this cannot be happy and awning. I know, I feel bad for traumatizing the youth of today, but listen, the truth is tough. The truth is like trying to put toothpaste back in the tube. It's gonna hurt, it's difficult, but it can be done. And it should be done. The truth should be done. Excuse me, what? Peter, how can you? Well, to be honest, I personally think it's worse that people think that he's cheating on her. I think that's a worse rumor than them having a 4-way kissing, which I wasn't there. I didn't see that. She lies to break up their relationship between Seth and Piuffling. You know, the thing is, I think this Vixen is trying to come between 2 bros. That's what I think's happening. Because she's the one who suggested the 4-way kissing. Do you remember that? Ariana Grande is the one who said, hey, Pete, Chun-Li, me, you, Seth, we all kiss each other. It was her idea. Peter didn't want to do it. Peter was just fooling around seeing if this woman could be his wife. But you know what happened next? As soon as he started fooling around, he realized there's no such thing as a free lunch. You don't get into a relationship like that with somebody, or anybody, and just exit as if you were getting out of the elevator. Once you create a bond with a woman, whether you like it or not, you are both tied forever. There's gonna be feelings involved. And if you think there ain't gonna be, you gotta remember. Ariana Grande is a woman, which means she is 100% definitely going to get emotionally attached. And you know what happens when people like Ariana Grande get emotionally attached? They stop going out and seeing their friends. Ariana Grande stops hanging out with her friends. She wants you to stop hanging out with your friends, Peter. And when you hang out with your friends, she's like, hey, well, guess what? I want my cake and I want to eat it too. How about me, your friend, and my friend start having a four-way kissing? And you know, it's all fun and games. Oh yeah, that seems fine. Peter's like, I'm not really into this so much, but you know, I'll give it a go. What's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is that you can never look him in the eye again. Once you do that with your friend, it cannot be undone. Your girlfriend has seen his thing, he's seen your girlfriend's thing, and if you're just too sheepish to say, no, I don't stand for this, you get sucked in. You get sucked in by Ariana Grande. Looky, there's a Sentinelese man who can Sentinelese do all the things that make us laugh and cry. Exactly, Mr. Trips. Exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself. Chun-Li should kick Peter in the chin balls, like if you agree. Should I report that for terrorism? Is that terrorism? Does it promote terrorism? Okay, here, listen, we can't spend all day reporting people. But anyway, no, don't kick Peter in the chin balls, please. Nobody wants to see that, okay? We know we're mad here, but no need to get crazy like that. No need to storm the Capitol, bro. I met Peter Griffin back in 2013. He told me he feared Seth. Well, yes, they have had a tumultuous relationship. It has been up and down. 100% emotionally attached. So true, brother. You know, that's the thing. People try and pretend like it ain't happened. Peter's saying like, no, it's cool. You know, this is just chill. We're just hanging out, smoking Orange County Kush together, watching cartoons, and it's cool. But next thing you know, once you want to open the window for a bit of fresh air, that fresh air ain't coming. You know what I mean? She's shutting that window. And she says, no. You're not going down to the Clam. You're not seeing your friends. We're staying in tonight and we're watching Succession on TV. We're watching Sex and the City, the movie. Okay? And then that's when you never see Peter again, okay? She's trying to sever the ties by getting Peter to do some deranged, depraved stuff, okay? What, you get the idea, okay? And now, hey, look, I know what you're saying. You're saying, where's Peter's friends in all of this? Well, the Cleveland's Show podcast had something to say about this, all right? How about we take a look at that? Are people familiar with the Cleveland's Show, the podcast, the Cleveland's Show, with the two Clevelands, cool Cleveland and regular Cleveland? Okay, so there's another clip from FGNN here. It's taken from the Cleveland's Show podcast. There's two Clevelands. If you don't know, well then I'm here to let you know. There's two Clevelands essentially, and well, you know what? You'll pick it up. It's pretty self-explanatory, but they had a little conversation about what's been going on.
Family Guy.
And you know, this is pretty insightful because you know, the Clevelands, they know Peter well, you know, probably better than I do.
Good morning, my wide-eyed wanderers. You are listening to The Cleveland's Show with Cleveland Brown and Cool Cleveland.
And do not get confused leading your muesli, my nizzles. I am Cool Cleveland, a.k.a. Mr. Better Make Way for my AK. Pop right in your face, my nigga.
Okay, so that's Cool Cleveland right there. The other guy is just regular Cleveland. He's kind of boring, kind of has like a, you know, low monotone voice and like talks quietly and slow and stuff. But what people are saying, all of this is a publicity stunt. Marky's very suspicious, very skeptical. I don't want to jump to that right now because I know at the end of the day that Peter does have, you know, people's best interest at heart. I will say it is confusing that he joined Chinese Fortnite and now he's getting involved with this temptress, the succubus, and he's having four-way kissing with his best friend. It is confusing. But life is confusing. People are confusing. People do things and you don't know why. People do things and they don't know why. In fact, if you ask somebody why they did something, 90% of the time, they won't even know. But they'll give you an answer. Never in this world will you ask someone a question and they'll say, I don't know. If you say to somebody, hey, why'd you do that? You know, hey, Peter, why did you have a 4-way kiss with your friend and Chun-Li and Ariana Grande, your potential wife-to-be? And he'll say, oh, I did it because this and that and this and that. She said it was a good idea and I was interested. He doesn't even know the deep psychological roots for the inception of that idea. He doesn't understand that she's pre-planned his answer. She's asking him, knowing that he'll say this, then she'll say that, and then this will happen, and then, you know. So if you ask someone why something happened, they'll never know. They'll never know. So true, Gen Alpha is dying because Peter, our great role model, is acting unwise. I know, it's tough to see, but hey, listen, he always spins around in the end, and he'll come out and say something like, hey, the true lesson was to do the opposite of what I did. You know, if he comes out and says something like that, then, you know, it'll all be, the ends will justify the means, in my opinion. This guy wants to kiss Peter. Don't do that, Mr. Timber Tipper. Let's keep it professional here, okay? I'm in Succession. I'm Logan from Succession says, oh, Logie Wandy. Hey, what's going on, Logan from Succession? Punisher fan. Hey, Punisher fan, we've got Logan from Succession here. Robert J. Oppenheimer was here last week. I swear. Okay, anyway, let's have a look at this.
Yes, haha, he is cool and I am not, but I am at peace with what I am. I do not adhere to the labels which society plasters to my essence. I am not a product. I am not in a box. I am not a box which has a label on it because the box manufacturers are in collusion with the label makers.
That's a capital T truth bomb dropped on the city of Nagasaki, my brother. Yo, tell me, my brother, what have you been thinking about this week, Mr. Brown? What's that sea salt chocolate brainy yo's been thinking about? My motherfucking nigga, yeah, nigga.
Well, cool Cleveland, on tonight's show I was hoping we could discuss the life of Charles Bukowski and his impact on the world of poetry. I am forever graced by the gift of attention, and because of this,
you know, I gotta say, like, I love the Cleveland show. I love cool Cleveland. Even regular Cleveland, you know, he can be cool sometimes, but I gotta say, when he starts talking about this stuff, I just tune out.
The garden of peace, prosperity.
You know, I'm just like, Cleveland, you're losing me.
Of course, it's not truly magic. It merely appears that way.
And then cool Cleveland always comes back. He should have his own show, because cool Cleveland always translates what regular Cleveland said and puts it in a more interesting, cooler, kind of easier to understand way, you know?
Uplifting art forms.
Alfarn Blair says, hi, I'm New. Hello, New. I'm the small dude. FGNN News Network.
It becomes life. It becomes art. You become an active participant in the writing of the story.
And Evil W1ZR says, I heated up taquitos for lunch. That means small tacos in Italian. Because I heard it's Peter Griffin's favorite snack. Is that true? I think he likes hamburgers.
My niggas Lee, see to the Isle, leave to the Island. Well, I'm just looking forward to that conversation, Cleveland. But hey, we got to inform the listeners on the latest and greatest in the Fam Guys Isley updates.
Okay, so this is the bit where I was talking about here, where he's talking about exactly what happened, the whole, you know, shebang. All right, so let's have a look at this on this screen here. This is what Cleveland had to say about the whole debacle.
I am, of course, talking about Mr. Seth A. MacFarlane and his nasty shenanigans with Ariana Grande.
And we all know what the A stands for in Seth A. MacFarlane, don't we?
I knew about the four-way love square with my boy Pete, his boy Seth, Ariana Grande, and Chun-Li from Street Fighter. Let me say one thing right here. This ain't no rumor mill. If a man don't want to kiss and tell, then a man don't want to kiss and tell. Well, I'ma just say this shit right now. I called this shit 3 weeks ago on Late Night Smoking Sesh with Cool.
That's true. Cleveland did say that this was going to happen, that Peter and Ariana were going to have some weird kind of dispute.
I got a Tizex from Pete saying he's got some stanky ass orange kush. It was the Orange County Kush.
He loves orange kush. He loves it.
I'm here to let you know the only nigga smoking that Orange County Kush is my boy Seth Adolph McFarland. He came straight in from Los Angeles with that Orange County Kush. I know it. I knows it in my heart, boy. So listen here. When I get a Tizax from Pete Griffin hollering at me saying, "Yo, Cool C, me and two honeys wanna roll up round the crib and smoke some Orange County Kush on your live stream. Hook a brother up." So
Okay, so what he's saying there essentially is that Seth MacFarlane is the only guy who can get Cool Cleveland his famous Orange County Kush. So when Seth says he's in town, he's with two sweetie pies and Peter Griffin. You know, Cleveland started saying, okay, 2 + 2 = 4. 2 guys, 2 girls. He was putting it together on his smoking live stream. The small dude, what do you think? What do ye think of me thinkulizing on the subject of Cleveland spouting the truth of the issue for the masses as opposed to Trush supposedly trying to? I think this little box here is essentially the sounding board for if something's happening on screen, there's a good chance that you'll look up here and you'll start reading words, and these words will say the exact opposite of what the screen says. Now that's a good thing. Whenever you watch a video, you gotta read the words that usually come underneath or sometimes printed on screen. That's very important because you're never supposed to just believe something that's on the screen. More often than not, you should believe what's written. You know? That's why books are so important, why everybody thinks books are really good, because usually things that are written down are way more true than the things that you see, because when you see, ocularly, with your eyeballs, when you're seeing, you see the person's face and you can see lies. But when you're reading, you can't see the lies on the face. It's impossible to know if someone's lying when it's written down, because it's just words, you know? And whenever you read words, you kind of internalize it. Like I'm reading a word right now and it says McFarland, okay? And I'm like imagining McFarland. But if someone was saying McFarland, I'm going to be looking at their mouth and I'm going to be looking at their visage and how old is this person? Where did they come from? What skin color do they have? What voice do they talk in? I'm going to be thinking all these and it's going to greatly affect my judgment of what they're saying. But when you read words, you can't see what skin color the person has. So that means that you're basically like, what they're saying is probably true. Maybe they don't even have skin. You know, so that's what this box is right here. And, you know, truth lies, think your lies away. It's important to think your lies, Mr. Punisher fan. I mean, Seth MacFarlane today says friendly neighbor. Okay. Any tips and things I should say to him? I'm nervous. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to think of something that's not too antagonistic. If you're meeting Seth today, you know, you should say to him, you should say, what do you think of Orange County Kush? Because this is what Cool Cleveland is talking about here. Seth is the only guy with Orange County Kush. And when he usually breaks out that stuff, it means that he has some ladies around and he's getting up to no good. You know what I mean? Let's have a listen to what he's... Oh, wait, hold on. A couple more comments here. Oh, that guy's giving you some advice. Punisher fan. Tell him you support him and no Trisha lied. Listen, that's his thinkulization there. Not my thinkulization. Just, that's some advice. I always thought Seth's middle name was Woodbury. Childhood ruined. It's Seth A. MacFarland, okay? Don't need to tell you what that means. Think we all know. Gosh, I want some Zaza now. This is all way too heated. All right, well. And then Mimi says, whoa. Okay, well, Vero, okay. You don't need no Zaza. I know what that means. That's street slang for heroin. You don't need to inject heroin when you're listening to the Cleveland Show podcast.
I'm thinking, hell yeah, my brother. He's got some Los Angeles Orange County Kush and he's got some LA Poontang. So I'm chilling, smoking my reefer, and I'm going on Instagram.com. I go on IG, and I'm seeing Chun-Li and Ariana Grande smoking the exact same Orange County Kush that Pete and my Seth MacFarlane do be smoking. And I'm like, whoa, these be having some brotherly love right now.
That's the type of thing with Cool Cleveland. Like, he's the type of guy, like, he sees things like 10 years into the future just because he's so smart and cool. Because he's been sitting around smoking weed all day, he's like supercharged brain power. So Seth at Orange County Kush, he said, hey, Cleveland, you want some? And then he goes, Cool Cleveland goes on Instagram, and he sees Ariana Grande and Chun-Li smoking up the exact same Kush. So he knows something's going on. And he knows that they're all flying in from LA. And to be honest, they should be in China, working on Chinese Fortnite. I don't know what the hell's going on there. Maybe Chinese Fortnite is pre-recorded? I'm not sure. So true, reading is for nerds like the giant chicken. Yeah, Mr. Tips, this guy's hilarious. Epic Peter fans never read. No, you should always read, I think. I mean, it's for nerds, but nerds are the ones who always know the truest things. If you think about the richest people in the world, they're all huge, huge nerds. All of them. Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Andrew Tate. They're all huge internet users, always on their computer, talking with their internet friends, being online. Nerdiest thing in the world, being online. That's how you know people are smart, if they're online, because they read books and they don't go online. You know? Friendly neighbor says, never thought about it that way. Exactly. He's responding to what I just said there. Anyway, he says, I'll ask him that. Honestly, I'm not sure how long he'll be there. The guy's a ghost, always moving around. Well, hey, I tell you this. You know, people are familiar with my story about when I met Seth MacFarlane in Hollywood. Friendly neighbor, I hope you're obviously not a drug user, because if you were a drug user, you'd be too strung out on black tar heroin to be able to pay attention to this live stream. So, you know, you're obviously a sound-minded individual. Make sure that you're nowhere near drugs when you're with Seth MacFarlane, because I was at a party with him in Hollywood, and he did drugs, and then the police came, the Hollywood police, famous police, and they said, hey, who here's doing drugs? And Seth MacFarlane pointed at me, and he goes, that guy. And I was like, what? No, I'm not. I don't do drugs. Ever. I've never done a drug. So just make sure you're not doing drugs around Seth MacFarlane, or he'll rat you out. You know, he'll snitch to the popo. You speak the truth to we enlightened the same way Clizizzle Brown professes to the urban youth. Yes, that's what he does. That's what I do. Good-natured people speak the truth. That's something you should know. Anyone who speaks the truth is a good person. Remember that. So if somebody says something that's true, in your head you should be saying, that guy's good. I should hang around with him and show him to my kids and say, hey, kids, this is a guy that I found, and he's smart and really true. Hello, small guy, I'm back, says Pepsi Cat. Okay, welcome back. You're just in time to hear Cleveland's thoughts on the whole debacle.
Called it out straight. I said, yo, Pete, go get that poontang, bro. You ain't gonna chill with no fat-ass, stoner-ass, lazy-ass, motherfucking plant-based nigga like me, bro. You at the fine place right now, my nigga. You gotta grab both of them hoes' boobies, and you gotta jiggle them boobies round and shit. And he all like, aight, nigga, I'll talk to you later. And he being all weird and shit about it, so hell, brother, I don't know what's going on, but they getting into some dirty, nasty business, you know what I mean, man? They getting into some business.
Yes, I would be partial to your hypothesis.
This guy's so boring, he's so boring.
I believe you have a third eye focused on the spectrum of truth.
I hate this guy, honestly, he ruins the podcast.
Caution when dancing with the devil, friend. Observe
Nonsense.
and monitor from a distance, but...
He talks nonsense. The things he says are not real.
Friend Peter's
They're just nothing, he's just rambling about nothing.
Out, and he will need a friend. Volatile elements need a controlled environment to extinguish their sexual passions. And this is highly sexual indeed. Highly sexual.
You know what's just so annoying about that guy? He makes so much money from this podcast. You know, regular Cleveland. He makes so much money and he just sits there and uses his podcast as a sounding board to just ramble on about nonsense. He gets paid millions to be on the show. And he's just sitting there with a shit-eating grin on his face. I think he's quite smug, to be honest. But Cool Cleveland here, he's very good. You should listen to him. Pretty much everything he says is not only true, but it's predictive of things that will happen in the future. Because he's cool. Cool people can predict the future. Drugs are bad for my Family Guy view, and I need to stay focused. Don't worry, I'll be drug-free. Very good, friendly neighbor. And also, Mr. Dish Soap says he would never do drugs. So this is great. This is all good. Logan from Succession says, stop playing dumb. Not sure who you're talking about there. You must be talking about regular Cleveland, because that's the only dumb guy that's been on this live stream thus far. I just joined the server, dude, says Pepsi Cat. Congratulations! You're now a member of a Discord server. It's in the description if anyone's interested. Cool, further discussion on the topics at hand today will be happening there. No doubt, 24/7 live stream, or live chat. I'm not here 24/7, ladies and gents. Later on, I'm going to be watching a couple episodes of Family Guy, and then I'm going to be listening to Ween, the band, and then I'll probably be going to sleep for a couple of hours. So certainly not a 24-hour live stream. Okay, so Family Guy News Network.
Family Guy.
Think that little transition there is a bit jittery. Don't know if that worked properly, but anyway. So, how's everybody doing? We all following along with the events of the day today? Nobody's getting too stressed or too angry out there, I hope. No, he's boring, says Pepsi Cat. All right, yeah, he's just boring. I mean, when I'm watching or listening to stuff, I really want the person to be like dancing around and like moving and talking fast and like talking loudly. And there has to be music on and like, you know, music, talking, and then the person talking. When I'm watching the internet, listen to a podcast, the person talking has to constantly be saying interesting stuff. Every single second. And sometimes people will even have like a double entendre, so they'll say one thing that means two things. And now that's my standard. Because I've listened to so many double entendres that now my standard for acceptable speech is now so high that nearly everything that everybody says has to have multiple meanings. Or else I'm just not following along, you know? Well, I'm following, I'm just bored, you know, like the way I was listening to Cool Cleveland. Okay, it's regular Cleveland, excuse me. Okay, so, oh yeah, no. I knew I wasn't boring. There, Pepsi Cat. I never thought I couldn't possibly be. I don't even know how to be boring. I don't know how. I could try, okay? 3, 2, 1, go. Let's try, I'm gonna be boring. Hey, what's going on? See? I mean, that was a little bit boring. It was still pretty exciting, though, at the same time. The small guy, no. I don't know what I was doing wrong there, but I'm pretty sure I probably rectified it by now. But even in greater depth than Cool Crovlin, says Punisher Fan. You're gonna have to read that, ladies and gents. Read that in your own time. Digest what Punisher Fan's saying there. He's talking about greater depth. You see that? He's talking about greater depth. How many times do I have to point this out? With the mouse? With my finger? How many times? You want more fingers? You see these words here? Greater depth? This is the kind of thinkulizing that you need to be doing in order to truly conceptualize the grandness of what we're talking about here. And what we're talking about is Peter Griffin and Ariana Grande. Look how happy they used to be. It's a shame. They had a real good time. You know, just having a wayward kind of momentary two stars colliding. You know, the thing is, we're all alive for such a brief amount of time, like such a truly brief amount of time. In the grand scream of history. In the grand scream of things, our lives are like this, and the entire history of the world is like that. So for Peter Griffin and Ariana Grande to even be the same age, in the same slice of time, isn't that just poetic and beautiful, even if it was over. To have simply lived at the same time as somebody is unbelievable. The chances of that are almost zero. The chances of you being alive at the same time that someone that you like is so unlikely that it must be celebrated. Don't take that for granted. If you've got a good friend, or if you've got a good woman, just say to yourself, I can't believe of all history that we get to spend this short amount of time together and have coffee and go to Starbucks and watch Succession on TV and get really drunk sometimes. I'm just saying, there's some things you could do. The small fella, you simply must read my first comment to comprehensulate my comment to find. That's the thing. I was reading that and I was like, no idea what that's about. That's why people need to go back and read it in their own time. We gotta keep this train moving. Good luck. Do not trust a word Seth says. He's a big liar and he hides dark secretes. I don't understand that because I don't speak Spanish. The small dude, my philosophical guy. I didn't mean thee, by the way. Oh, you didn't mean, that little symbol that you drew there on your little picture there. You drew a little picture. That's okay. A little squiggle. That's all right. It's okay to have a little squiggle. No need to apologize. If anyone's watching this right now and they ever make a little squiggle there, there's a squiggle up there as well, a bit further on. It's fine to do a little squiggle. No need to regret it. We're alive for such a brief amount of time. Okay. I feel the ethereal tides of truth washing like a river over me. Okay, Punisher fan, well, the truth doesn't end there, ladies and gents, okay? Because there's something truly true that we need to talk about, and that is going to come from Mr. Tom Tucker, who has breaking news announcement.
Our top stories.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Mr. the Small Dude.
Hello, Tom. How's it
How are
going?
you doing today?
Oh yeah, I'm good. How are you good?
You're doing good.
Yeah.
Splendid, splendid. Breaking news! Peter Griffin from Family Guy is in hospital.
Oh,
the cause
really?
of the illness is currently unknown, but I am an expert guesser, and I am a professional at the act of guessing, and I can guess very well. So I am guessing that he is in hospital because he has a broken heart. He is currently in Quahog's 3D hospital, waiting for an emergency heart surgery. He is being accompanied by his good friend Cloud from Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VII Remake. We have other sources at FGNN who believe that Peter's condition was caused by a forbidden videotape that was too funny to ever be seen by human eyeballs.
I saw that.
We've got a reporter, Mr. Chalky Face, and he's going to talk to you about it now.
Family Guy.
Hello,
Yes, Mr. Newsman. I am standing at Quahog Hospital where Peter Griffin is feeling very bad. But first, I would like to ask a question to Mr. Small. Hello, Mr. Small.
Hey, Mr. Chalky Face, how's it going?
I believe it is true that you were standing there watching Peter Griffin when he got the videotape of Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, I was there when he saw it. That was a recent moment that Peter was there with some chick who he was banging, and then she said, don't watch that videotape, Peter. You know, you're gonna die if you watch it. And Seth was really funny. I can't even watch this because it was actually so funny that then Peter had a huge accident. Now, he was fine for a second, you know, he was watching it and he looked fine. But then that happened, and then he looked very unwell. You were there as well, Mr. Chalky Face, standing in the window. And yeah, that's about it. That's all I saw. I don't really know if that helps the situation, but there you go.
Okay. And did you see Mr. Peter Griffin in the face when he was watching the videotape?
Yeah.
Did he look like he was going to die?
No, he didn't look like he was gonna die before he started watching it, but then he looked very sick, yeah, afterwards. Didn't look like...
Okay, Mr. Small,
Sorry.
okay. I am standing outside the hospital where Mr. Peter Griffin is in hospital. And he is in the hospital
I know.
because he is feeling very bad. Okay, that is everything I have to say. I am Mr. Chucky Face. I am in love with everybody. I love all the people in the world. And I want to say hello to my friend. His name is Olate Kumbo. And I want to say hello because he is a very good friend. And I love him. And I love the world. And I love Peter Griffin. I love Family Guy. Okay, bye-bye, everybody. I love everybody.
Bye, Mr. Chalky Face.
Right, thank you, Mr. Chalky Face. Okay, we will let you know how Peter Griffin from Family Guy is doing as soon as we have an update. Please do not be too alarmed. I'm sure he will be fine. But I would advise that everybody finds a religion immediately. You must find a religion immediately. Christianity, Jew, and Muslim are very popular religions these days. Please pick one of them and pray to the God that they have and make sure that Peter Griffin survives. Hashtag pray for Peter. Hashtag Quag Lives Matter. Back to you, Mr. Small Dude.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Tom Tucker, for that news segment there and for letting us know. I'll talk to you later. Okay, so that was some fascinating stuff. People, again, I'm telling you, people don't believe that it's real. Whew, that's painful. I mean, we have all seen the hashtags, though, haven't we? Hashtag Quag Lives Matter, hashtag Pray for Peter. We've all seen that image, the famous image of Peter with Cloud from Final Fantasy. It's been doing the rounds. It's shocking every time you read it. It's like when Chris Benoit did that terrible thing to his wife and kid. You know, no matter how much time elapses, you're always just saying, still can't believe that. You know? Except, it's also like 9 out of 11. You know, the famous event, 9 out of 11. If you know, you know. You know, it's like 9 out of 11 is happening right now, over and over again. And we're just in Groundhog Day, and 9 out of 11 is happening like 24/7. There's 24/7 9/11s. Anyway, just so you know, you can do a little love heart reaction on this stream. You see? See? I did a little love heart there. So I think we should send some love hearts and pray for Peter, because he's in hospital right now, and he's not feeling too good. And my collar's just after becoming undone. See? People are sending the love there. And my collar is becoming done again. Okay? Thank you for all the prayers, thoughts, and prayers. And Peter Griffin specifically told me to mention 2 things. He said, first of all, don't worry about me. This actually wasn't one of them. This third thing, this is kind of private, but he said, don't worry about me, for I am alive, and I am strong, and I will get through this. I'll be honest with you, he said that telepathically to me just there. He didn't actually say that in real life. Thank you so much for the loves and prayers. We really need this loves and prayers right now. Oh, there's a lot of love there from Merlot. I knew Merlot would give some big love to Peter in this situation. I seen hearts for love. He's seeing hearts for love. Be I but a blind loveless fool? No, I think you might have just accidentally read some William. You know, the famous playwright William from England? I think you might have been reading him, and then you just accidentally started speaking like him. That's fine, though. That happens. How will this affect Brian Griffin? I honestly don't know. I haven't even considered that. I'll be honest with you. I know he was devastated when Peter's face got all twisted and contorted after he watched that videotape, but I'll be honest, Brian's probably just gonna go into the store now and do his Peter Griffin impression and pretend that he's Peter, and then start a radio program called Family Guy and pretend that, you know, nothing happened. Save Peter Griffin, there was a misspelling in the legal documents. Okay. Well, if Fox TV are involved with this, well, we have no idea what to believe, because you know what they're like. They'll be putting question marks instead of information, you know? They'll be writing a contract and they'll be like, this exact thing must happen on this exact day, and then they'll put a question mark over the entire document, and then everyone will be like, hey, excuse me, What's this say here? And they'll be like, oh, what have I done? It's a giant question mark where all the information is supposed to be. Honestly, the bureaucrats of today and the litigious people who are supposed to be looking out for our safety and well-being, sometimes they make such unbelievable blunders that you start saying to yourself, why don't I just be president? There was a man named Peter. This guy, Ermela Haka, says, you got the money. I got the money. Oh, you talking about the money there on the screen that I got? What is going on, says Gamer Gasper. Okay, well, what's going on is Peter said two things to me. Okay, so Peter's in hospital, first of all. Okay, Peter's in hospital. Sorry, I don't want to be shocking people. I feel like whenever I say that, people are going to have some sort of heart attack or like mental confusion. He's not doing too well. He's suspected of having a broken heart. But also, I mean, let's not forget that he's an ex-drug user, so it's possible that he started using again because Ariana Grande tricked him into a 4-way kiss with Seth MacFarlane. But what was the other reason why it's speculated that he might be in hospital? I can't remember. What did Tom Tucker say? Said he's possibly got a broken heart. I can't remember what the other thing was. Bad diet? This story needs to be bigger. But instead it seems today that all we see is violence and... Yes, I know what you're going to say, is violence in movies and sex on TV. I knew you were going to say that. I didn't read that in advance. As soon as I saw it seems today, I was like, yep, that's what I was going to say. It does seem today that that's all we see on TV. And the one time you turn on the TV and there's something different, it's Peter Griffin in the emergency ward with Cloud from Final Fantasy VII Remake. You just can't win. That's why I don't watch TV. If I want to watch TV, I go to the TV store. Like the old-fashioned way. I watch it there. Power City. You know, you gotta check it out. Peter's in hospital, says Merlo. Oh, you missed the news report, Merlo? I'm sorry that this is how you find out. This has been viral on the internet as well. I don't know how you haven't seen that. Hey, just one more thing, says Pepsi Cat. He's changed his username. I think it was something different earlier. Had some parentheses with some bonus information earlier. But anyway, hey, just one thing. I'm new to this absolute masterpiece of an ideology of a channel, so I don't really know if there'll be any more live streams, parentheses, for more updates. Well, here's what you gotta know. This is the first ever Family Guy News Network live stream, okay? We trialed it last week, and it was a bona fide success, which is why we ended up setting up the Family Guy News Network channel. You can find that if you go on my channel, you'll find the News Network channel. Anyway, there's the live stream every Friday. There has been for the past year. But this is the first time where we're a bona fide, fully production news network, and this is how it's going to be. I'm going to be bringing you the latest updates on my ideology, as you put it. To be honest, what's been happening is that on Instagram.com, I have followers who see my videos, and then they send me information about Family Guy, and it's so overwhelming because I'll have 10 messages every single day with people telling me the latest Family Guy news and events, and there'll be videos and there'll be photos. Like, you see, all of this stuff I got here, this was all that's people sent me this during the week on Instagram. All this facts. Now I've read the broadsheet, and I have read the information, but on Instagram.com, that's the only place where I get the visual stimuli to create the pictures. So I decided that I should do a live stream and tell people, share the info. Okay, Peter can't be on crack again. Sorry, yes, he's possibly on crack. That's possibly happening. Blade the comment says, hi, I love you. Coming in straight. He was teasing me, just saying hi. I was like, okay, this guy's just saying hello. But then he says, I love you. And I was like, wow, this guy, like, I thought he was just normal. And then he was like, I love you. Straight from hello. It's the only two things he's ever said to me, that guy. It's quite an experience. I don't know if you watching at home understand how that feels for someone to say hi and then say I love you straight away. That's not something that normally happens. Punisher fan says, I snap my fingers and agree, and so true. Just like that. Very soulful way of agreeing when you snap your fingers. Ariana Grande's in Fortnite as well. Yes, Merlot, that's where they met, okay? That's where they met, in Fortnite. We saw a news report that says Ariana Grande was actually on Family Guy, and that Seth and Ariana were at her house singing a little medley, singing a little song. But this is where it all happened. In every universe, they loved each other. So true. On TV, in 2D, in Fortnite, in 4D. That's why they call it Fortnite, you know, because in 4D. And now Peter's jacked. Okay. I'm a bigger Family Guy fan than you, says Blade the Comic. Oh, I get it. This is the guy from earlier who said he's a bigger fan than me, and then I reported him for promoting terrorism. Well, you know what happens when you say you're a bigger Family Guy fan than me. I have to report you from promoting terrorism. I'm sorry. That's what happens. What can I do? You're terrorizing me right now by saying this stuff. Now, I did also find out I could just remove the comment or hide, but I always find that reporting people for terrorism is the best way to go about this kind of thing. And now, after making his comment large, his picture, that's the exact opposite of what I was trying to do. Okay, so, anyway, oh my God, what is that? I don't know. You talking about the images? How long were Peter and Ariana together before they split? I'm not entirely sure. It's inconclusive. It's inconclusive. But Peter has said to me that he really wants me to let you know about this. Okay, so he sent me on some imagery that was in the vaults of Fox TV channels. He sent me on some imagery which is going to brainwash you into doing something. Okay, so now if you don't want to be brainwashed, you should probably look away for a minute. I can't get that guy. Okay, that's not green. Now it's, okay, whatever. If you don't want to be brainwashed, then look away. You see up here it says you should buy? You see that over there? This is Peter Griffin's wish. He's in hospital right now. And hey, I'm being serious here now. Fruity says, I sharded. I'm being serious. We're talking about an ill man, a man who's not well. Peter Griffin's in hospital, and he was saying, in order to feel better, he wants everybody to buy something. Now what does he want people to buy? Huh? What do you think? See up there, that little black square? Send in your guesses now, okay? Send in your guesses in the live chat. What does Peter want you to buy? You'll never guess. The only reason I'm asking you, poop? Michael1289 says poop? That's ridiculous. No! Peter Griffin does not want you to buy poop. Do not buy poop. That's me telling you, advising you. I am your financial advisor. Do not buy poop. Okay? A shirt? That's a good guess, Evil W1ZR. Good guess, but it's wrong. Fruity says carrots. That's a very good guess. That's wrong, but it should be right. You know, so wrong that it should be right. Sharad Flowers says WSG. What's that mean? White synovial gunk? No, he does not want you to buy a white synovial gunk. I don't even know what that is. A beer? No, you need to stay off the beer. You can have one beer, Pawtucket beer. In fact, I'm sure he'd love that, but that's not what we're talking about here. Oh, that's a typo. Okay. This guy is now saying that Peter Griffin wants you to buy a typo. Wrong again. Ice cream. Okay, look, poop stock's going to $2.50. No. See, this is the type of thing. I ask people for their opinion. I end up spreading misinformation. Do not buy poop, please. I'm serious. Don't tell anybody that I told you to buy poop. FGNN shirts, the small dude hats, and Pawtucket Patriot Ale. Beer, Punisher fan says. Well, this would have been a very wise time for me to release some small dude shirts, you know, such as this one. And small dude hats. But that's coming after Christmas, because if I was to sell small dude hats and Pawtucket beer now, on the 22nd of December, it would never get to your house on time. It'd be impossible. After Christmas, boiled rocks. Now that's a crazy answer there from Devour Inc. And Mr. Apple says, hey, I'm Apple. Hey, Mr. Apple's here. The guy who invented the Macintosh computer. Okay, this is wrong again. Lois Griffin OnlyFans. All right, listen, everybody. Small Dude brand toothpaste. Well, we're going crazy mode now with the suggestions. Okay, now the thing that Peter wants you to buy. Now look closely at the screen there where that black box is over there. Peter Griffin wants you to buy, in order to make him feel better while he's in hospital, Family Guy. I can't believe nobody guessed it. How's that possible? And he sent me this imagery in order to brainwash you into buying the thing that he wants you to buy. If you don't want to be brainwashed, look away. Here we go.
This is Channel 5 Action News.
I'm just saying, there's attractive, and then there's you. And now some breaking news. The brand new uncut premiere of Family Guy Presents Stewie Griffin, The Untold Story, is now available on DVD. Will there be boobs? Buy it and see.
It's the never-before-seen DVD that's uncensored.
What a gentleman.
Unrated. Oh, no. Holy f***ing sex. Uncut. Get ready for sex.
On TV.
You're a guy. Get ready for sex.
I'm sorry, that's never happened to me before.
You're gay.
Sex 40 minutes of
Sex. Violence.
Hit him, Endo.
And sex.
If anyone has any objection to this union, I do.
I'll save you, Mary Jane. Sex. Presents Stewie Griffin Sex Story. Only on DVD today.
Okay, so that's Stewie Griffin's Sex Story. That and if you buy that, Peter Griffin is going to be very happy. He's going to be cheered up in his hospital bed right now. And you know, what more can you ask for? Okay, so those are our top stories for today. Family Guy News Network. Huge Alok 55 says he's a Family Guy. That's damn right. That is damn right. Somebody was asking Family Guy CDs or VHS. I think he's specifically talking about VHS. I don't think the Family Guy CDs are out of print, I think. That's why they put up Family Guy the podcast to replace it. Did that gay baby just kill somebody? I think so. I think that's what happened, yes. And then I'm buying Family Guy for my children and sisters. Well, that'll be a great Christmas present to buy Family Guy. There's Fruity. I have a strange sudden urge to buy a second copy of the Stewie's Adventure movie despite already having a DVD of it. Well, that's very strange. Why would you buy something twice? That makes no sense at all. Unless you got brainwashed by the DVD ad. I told you not to watch this stream if you didn't want to be brainwashed. Don't say I didn't warn you. And then Evil W1ZR is definitely going to be buying this fine set of DVDs. Okay, excellent. Government Family Guy subliminal messaging. Is there subliminal messages in my live stream? Have they snuck subliminal messages into this somehow? I wouldn't know, would I? But now I have the strange desire to buy DVDs that I already have one version of. Strange desire. I'm depositing all my funds into this Satisfactory, says Hull Jock. Excellent. That's what you need to do with all your funds. I have Family Guy Season 1 and 2 for the PlayStation Portable. Wow, that's very impressive. You've found... Hey, any chance I could come over to your house and have a look at those? Because I ain't got the PlayStation Portable anymore. Last time I was using it, I was playing FIFA Manager mode. And I played FIFA Manager mode so many times, I beat so many leagues, that when I was Manchester United, it was the year 2088, I had been the manager for longer than my character is even supposed to be alive, and then the PlayStation Portable blew up. It exploded, because I played FIFA Manager mode too good. They took it away. They said that's enough. The game was never supposed to be played to that extent. Anyway, that's just... Don't get me talking about the PlayStation Portable. And, wow, I can't believe the Stewie Adventures 2 comes out in January 2009. All right, there you have it, folks. So, that was Family Guy News Network, the debut episode. I hope you learned a little something today. We're going to end the stream here because I don't want this to be too inundated. I don't want it to be drowning in information here. I don't want people to be watching this and their brains are exploding because they just can't comprehend the sheer amount of information. You know what I mean? So we're just going to leave it at that for the moment. And hey, listen, guess what? I want everybody to have a really nice Christmas. Okay? Now I'm serious. I really want everybody to have a nice Christmas. Even if you're Jew or Muslim or any of the other ones. You got to have a nice time next week. I'm really expecting that from you. I don't ask a lot from you. All right? So I hope you can manage that. Pepsi Cat says bye-bye. Bye-bye, Guy. I added my own little improv on there. Bye-bye, Guy. Okay, folks. It was lovely talking to you. And hey, guess what? You should check out patreon.com because there's podcasts and stuff on there. More information. John Griffin talking in a real voice. And check the description for other stuff. Okay. Have a Merry Christmas.
The video moment is over. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you want to watch more funny moments, go to this website. Bye.